I'm Simon Scott. I'm the CEO of Stayo. Stayo, a service apartment company in central London. We run 120 odd apartments across central London, Kew, Barking, just outside of central London. And essentially we offer a experience very much like a hotel, but in a bigger rooms. So you get a kitchen, bathrooms. So if it's a two-bedroom apartment, you get two bathrooms, not just one. There's always a lounge space. They would vary anywhere from 600 square foot to sometimes perhaps even we have some penthouses that are near 3,000 square foot. So really big apartments that cost effective wise compared to an equivalent hotel room are really cost effective to stay in. You can be in them for a good week or so. We get loads of travelers from America, Middle East, France, Germany. And the reason they come and stay with us is just to have more space, but they have all of the same amenities. So you have towel changes, cleaning, amenities in the bathroom. But it's just like a very, very luxurious home from home is the best way of thinking about it. Was recommended. So I've got a friend who works with Resource Worldwide, and we had a number of problems in our business because we're expanding quite rapidly. We've gone from about 38 apartments a year or so ago to now having 127. And that's sort of come with resourcing challenges for us and access to people with relevant experience for what we need them to have experience for. And I was chatting to a friend of mine at a party one night who was equally experiencing sort of similar challenges in their business. And they mentioned that they use Resource Worldwide, and it kind of sounded like a really good fit. I had the usual concerns, which I'm sure you come across all the time. And she was quick to alleviate those fears and say, look, these are proper people working really good hours, very qualified. And it just sounded like something to explore at the time. Mainly finding enough people that could work the hours that we needed them to work in the UK environment in a very competitive working landscape. And it's not about what we pay people. It's not about the cultural environment that we create, which is very good. It's just really the number of people looking for jobs in that job role space. There just aren't enough of them. So we sort of had to explore other avenues. Really good. I think the biggest thing is we solved the problem that we aim to solve, because that was all we could have asked for to begin with. Was we had an issue. So our issue was that we needed to run a night shift. We wanted to, so prior to using Resource Worldwide, we had a scenario whereby if our guests rang after a certain time, they'd be linked to a UK based answering service that didn't understand our systems, didn't connect to our systems, and weren't an extension of our business. They were a business of their own. And we have specific, if a guest locked out at night, they've got a problem with a fire alarm, or they're not phoning at 1 or 2 in the morning with a basic problem. They tend to be phoning with significant issues. And we needed proper people who had a calming influence on that scenario, who were giving real guest level experience, but through the night. And sort of post pandemic, that shift pattern in the UK is a difficult one to fill. So our problem was to try and fill that shift pattern. I think we've done it quite well. We've had some people with us now for, I think, around about 6 months. We've had consistency, and that's been a crucial element to it, but the person essentially is a worker for our business via Resource Worldwide. My advice would be to take it seriously, look into exactly what Resource Worldwide is. It's not about filling cheap staff in another location. That's not what it's about. It's about gaining access to people with proper relevant experience, who know what they're doing, who are qualified to do it, and almost expanding your business with the right resource. It's not The location of these people is probably less relevant to the skill sets that they bring and the ability to solve the problems within the business itself. And I would always recommend people focus on that and perhaps almost kind of leave their assumptions at the door, come in with an open mind, a clean slate, and just and think about the problems you're trying to solve not necessarily what your preconceptions of the solution are.